It's literally a box. It's a visual box.
Yeah. So it's like, and if anything touches the box, regardless of how close it is to the character, it has to be close to the box. That's where damage comes in.
That's where damage comes in. Exactly.
So that's...
All right, we're back with some more of Pac-Man World. All right, so this boss coming up, the Anubis Rex, is an infamously difficult boss battle.
Okay.
Now, growing up, I never encountered this boss. When I played this at my cousin's, we only did like the first world and I think like creepy caverns with the spiders, and then it was time to go home.
Okay.
But a lot of people that grew up with this game said this one gave them serious rage. Now, it's 2 phases. The first phase, you gotta run away from this like spooky mummy hand while dodging the like Indiana Jones booby traps.
I'm picturing it as just a hand, like a floating hand. That or a mummy.
Very well could be.
Or a mummy holding like a cell phone camera.
Cell phone. It's like a selfie stick.
Just like...
That's actually pretty... We should do like a short of that where it's just like a mummy hand and it's like we're chasing the cats.
Oh my god, yes.
And we'll have like the Pac-Man World music playing. But no, this is the actual Anubis Rex. So you have to Rev Roll these 4 switches to reveal the heart hidden within the statue.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, I see it.
See it's glowing? But each time you smash the heart, its crystal changes and it lets loose a different attack.
Gotcha.
It's a very frustrating boss battle that they did fix and make a lot easier in the repack.
Okay.
But I was just looking around and it was just like beating all the bosses in Pac-Man World without taking damage. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I watched it, and like, granted, I take damage. I even die during this process. But there's a trick I discovered for what I thought was an impossible final phase. So there we go. We hit 2. Again, not too bad so far. Haven't lost a life yet. Took a bit of damage because he's throwing like twisters and stuff, and you gotta bounce over the twisters and dodge the fireballs. I know he's got fireballs coming in from like the background.
Yes, baby girl, you can still sit on my lap. Absolutely.
But like one of the things that the repack did was like it color coded the switches.
Okay.
Because like in the actual game, you're supposed to visually see his Viscom part and you hear it click.
Okay.
Whereas visually, there's lights now. Now this laser keeps shooting. If you stay close to him, it cannot hit you. Wait for it to stop, then come back and hit the switches. For the life of me, I was just like, how the fuck do you dodge this laser? You can't jump over it. You can't run under it. You just gotta take the hit. And like, look how fast it's shooting.
Yeah.
Whereas in the repack, he doesn't even do that. He charges one big beam and he fires in one direction. And that's the way he goes.
She was chewing on the cases.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. So yeah, now I have more of a fighting chance. It's still tough, but it's doable.
I'm a firing my laser.
Damn it. But look, now everything's coming at you. I have to take a hit. So you can see how like many PlayStation owner kids
we're like, what the fuck?
Like, this sucks. And this is only the second boss of the game. For me, it's the hardest boss of the game. The bosses actually aren't nearly as tough going forward. Like, the next one is still a decent challenge, but not this.
Sometimes I think that's nice, though, when you have, like, the really, 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 really hard one is kind of sooner in the game.
Okay.
Because then it almost makes you feel more accomplished. Like, man, I beat that boss, so.
Yeah. Usually, I just prefer, like, a difficult final battle.
Yeah.
But also, I do understand there's games where I'm just like, I just want it to end like a boy in his blood.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I don't want the final boss to be the hardest. And it wasn't. Even though it had, like, another form, and I was just like, ah, shit. I still find the bird boss to be the hardest one of that one. But for Pac-Man World 1, spoiler alert, this is the hardest boss for me. The other bosses are a challenge, but this one's the toughest. And again, if you die, you have to start this phase over. You don't have to start the entire battle over, but you gotta start to where, like, he charges
the
his
lasers
laser.
and stuff.
So you just gotta do it. One go. This is it. Adios, you son of a bitch. So there we go. That's the secret to defeating the Anubis Rex. Get in close, wait it out, you have no timer, and then go back out and start charging. Or play the repack version and fuck this version.
Yeah.
Either one. Either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun then.
I don't know. From the footage that I've seen, like, both of them have their benefits and their disadvantages, so...
Okay.
I'm loving on the cat.
Okay. But that's World 2. And now we're going to outer space.
Ooh.
To bravely go where no pack has gone before. In the space race.
Yes. I do like the loading is like the little Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said earlier, like, it may be different from Pac-Man in some aspects.
But they have so many
a lot
little
of the elements.
Yeah. And they have so many, like, illusions, too.
Mm-hmm. So has this game grown on you, or are you just like,
yeah,
neat?
I mean, I'm still very much, like, neat.
Okay.
But I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it at all.
Gotcha.
I think that a lot of it is really
up
cute.
And you had this game, you'd probably play it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Until you got to the Anubis Rex and be like, what the fuck, I'm 10.
Yeah. Like, I do think that if I played this as a kid, I would be way more nostalgic about it.
Mm-hmm. Got these little alien guys. They have their electric tentacles. They spin right round. Like a record, baby.
Right, round, round, round.
So what I don't like are like these lasers that protrude from the walls. Because like they're pretty quick. Careful. Okay. Ah! And like one thing I've noticed is Pac-Man has a big hitbox. So a hitbox, when you're designing a character, you also design what's called a hitbox, is the proximity of where you do damage to an enemy and the enemy does damage to you.
Okay.
So like certain characters, like you put the hitbox around the character, and it's difficult to explain, but
I think I understand. So it's like...
It's literally a box. It's a visual box.
Yeah. So it's like, and if anything touches the box, regardless of how close it is to the character, it has to be close to the box. That's where damage comes in.
That's where damage comes in. Exactly.
So that's the difference why, like, sometimes a character's arm will touch, like, one of the lasers and it doesn't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes an arm touches the laser and it does get hurt.
Yeah, it depends on how they program the hitbox. Well, Pac-Man has a pretty wide hitbox, where it's just like, that didn't hit me. Well,
yeah.
It hit the hitbox. Like, if I were to guess, they went like, ching, chunk, and like that was the hitbox, to where like there's still corners around this round little guy.
Well, yeah, because it's a hitbox,
mm-hmm.
and he is a round character. It leaves a lot of empty room.
Whereas when I was practicing in Godot, they were like, you want your hitbox to be just a little smaller than the character, just to give him that little pixel of cheat room.
I don't even think that's cheat room. I think that's fair. To make it fair.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
We're at the point now, at the time of recording this, my big craft show is coming up.
Yeah.
And then
coming soon to pay-per-view.
And then I think from there, I might look at one for like Christmassy time, and then take almost like a little mini break and just like gather stuff that I have together.
I'm
and
curious
really
about the Christmassy time, because you're very much not a festive Christmassy person.
I am on the inside, like like when we get our new house.
This is one of the worst mazes.
I
can deal with the ghosts and the lasers.
But once we get like a new house and I can accumulate new Christmas stuff, I definitely want to decorate and like put things up. I'm not a lights person.
Yeah.
I love to look at them, but I don't like the electric bill of like having all the lights up. But I do love the garland and like all of the Christmas stuff.
I used to go ham on Christmas lights. Me, my dad, and some workers, we went nuts. We were in the paper.
You told me that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the garlands and like all of the candles. I just hit the mic.
That's okay.
And all of that stuff.
I've evolved past giving you a glare because I do
because
it too.
after you saw yourself giving me the glare, you were like, oh god.
Yeah, I saw the look and I was just like, no. She can't grow old with that.
But like, I definitely want to do that. I think I don't decorate a lot for Christmas here because the Christmas decorations that we have are the same ones that like we had when I was young. So they're old. They don't like, they look nice enough, but they're not like the style that I would want.
Okay. Well, it's not
So-
just that, but like when you're like, I'm doing Halloween themed crafts
God,
and
I
stuff,
love
I'm
it.
just like, yeah, I could see it. When you're telling me like I might look into a Christmas, I'm like, Christmas crafts?
Well, like Christmas.
I don't see it, but I'm curious
So
to see what it would look
what
like.
I would do, it's not necessarily like Christmas crafts, but that's
Okay.
where I would try and sell like my scarves and my mittens and hats and little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like going to a Halloween show, no one is really looking to buy scarves and hats yet.
Right.
But for Christmas, those are like stocking stuffers
Mm-hmm.
and things that people will get.
Okay.
So that's what I mean when I'm like, oh, for Christmas, I'd like to have.
Do you like the
you
little
know.
Pac-Man shaped windows?
I do.
Well, all right then. That's exciting.
But after that, while I'm kind of taking a break and just getting more stuff together for the next show
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not going to plan yet until probably the following fall. Because
Okay.
I'm not very much like a spring crafter.
Gotcha.
I would really like to start making sprites. So
yeah,
that
it'd
we
be
can,
interesting to see your first sprite. It doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
a character. It could be like a power-up or
so that we can try and get rolling on maybe like Oh Milo or
and other ideas. Yep.
yeah. So that's the plan right now. All of my focus has really been going to the show because I put a lot of money into it, and
Absolutely.
it's a pretty big show. So there's over 400 vendors.
Which is also why, even though we said we want to do like more meteor videos, we haven't done any yet.
Yeah,
We have them planned,
that's-
but we're
just
probably
a
going
lot
to do it
of-
like later in the fall.
Yeah,
or
a lot
throughout
of my
winter.
time has been just like, oh shit, gotta get this done. So once that's over, I definitely, my focus will shift kind of back towards. And I have a huge list of like what I'm currently researching because like I'll do that on my 15-minute breaks at work. I'll look up some information and, save some sites and things like that.
I don't know when I'm gonna finish Elemental Isles. There's days where I look at them just like, all right, I think I'll be done in a couple months, and there's other days where I'm just like, maybe longer. I think I'm gonna release the game and the guide simultaneously this time,
Yeah.
instead of with revisions where it's just like we did the guide like quite a few years after I finished the
Yeah.
game, and I reworked the game basically. And like, I didn't redesign anything because I knew that would have been too much, and you'd have been like, no, you already sent me the screen caps.
Yeah.
I'm already through the
Like,
guide.
please don't do that.
You can't redesign these maps. Even though I look at them and I'm just like, I can make them so much better.
I know. It's just one of those things, just like you tell me with writing, is like learn and grow from it and move on and make the next one better.
Yeah. And like, that's my aim with Elemental Isles. Bless you, my dear,
Thank you.
sweet darling. Oh, wow. Look
Thank
at
you,
these
Stinky.
lasers.
Holy moly.
I feel like I shouldn't say bless you because it's just
Sorry.
like, oh, you want to do it 6 more times? Whereas if I just let it happen, it's just one and done.
My
It's just like,
sneezes normally come in threes. I do like 2 small child sneezes and then 1 big adult sneeze.
Okay.
Unless it's something like an allergen.
I didn't want to bounce on him because he was electrified, so I wanted to fire a pellet, and I got electrocuted anyways. Well, shit. Wait, where am I? Where'd these fruit come from? Alright, not that I'm complaining. But I'm like, yeah, I died here.
I feel like you do that sometimes, like you as a person after I go grocery shopping and you like get up early in the morning and go down to the kitchen. Where am I? Where'd this fruit come from? Okay.
Oh, we have pears now. Okay, cool.
Oh, I should pick up more pears.
Yay! That's either a pear or a gourd. I'm not certain. what
Is
it
he strictly fruits or do they include vegetables?
Oh, good point. No, it's fruits.
Because if
So it
it's
would be a
strictly
pear.
fruits, it would be a pear.
Yeah. Haha!
Yeah, that's a pear.
Okay. Some people call it the bell, which I could see. I just don't understand the significance of the bell. Was there like a bell in previous Pac-Man games?
I don't think so.
I don't really know. When
I
I
mean,
was
a
doing
pear-
research of other Pac-Man
pear
games,
kinda
I
looks
was
like a bell.
floored by how many other Pac-Man games there were. Like, they've really tapered off in recent years, but there was a time when there was like a new Pac-Man game a year.
I never think that's a good idea.
Yearly releases.
Yeah. Well, yearly
The only one I
yearly
understand
releases
is
for like
Madden, because it's fucking football.
yeah. Well, I think
It's
the
like, okay,
only
new teams, new players,
so like when I hear about
It's not
that,
for me.
the main thing I can think of is like Call of Duty, where they're just like the quality of the game has gone down because they're releasing it every single year.
They've stopped. It's been at least 2 years since the last Call of Duties, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Just because it's like then you have these like speedrunners that are just like, I finished the game in 12 hours, and then they're like, we want more. So instead of like release,
Well, the nice thing about Madden
Little by
is you
little.
can't finish the game.
yeah, it's just football.
It's just football. You have another game, you pick your team, you have your players. Shit!
Ah,
My platform go down. Oh noes. Don't you rush me.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. 10, 9.
I'm not gonna
8.
make it.
That's how I train people at work. I'm like,
Oh,
we have
yeah?
half an hour. Go, go, go. They're like, what? I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm like,
1.
15 minutes. Go, go, go.
I'm sorry, but you failed the bonus level. That's what you should say to your employees.
There's
I'm
no
sorry,
time.
you
Leave
failed
it.
the bonus. She's got a ball! Huh? Alright, so in the next part, we're going to continue on with some more space levels.
Toodles.